Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 as the Pandya Empire. In the last episode we had a bit of a rocky succession. We're actually still in the midst of our faction problems. We have a couple of worryingly large factions which we do need to deal with. I think they can't actually fire until they're over 80%, so we're not actually in immediate danger of having to fight anyone just yet, but obviously we don't want to leave them hovering in the 70s or 60s because one or two other people joining could tip them over the edge at any moment. So we do need to do something about this. Unfortunately, some of the options we have are limited because we're not yet of age. For instance, we could, if we were an adult, convert to Jainism, which would give us a vassal opinion bonus, but we can't do that while we are a child, unfortunately. One thing I was looking at last episode was trying to imprison and release a vassal for the opinion bonus. And in fact, I neglected to notice or forgot that I already have a vassal king in prison that I could release. So I think we'll do that. That should be a +20 opinion bonus with all my other vassals. And he is the Maharaja of Sindh, so he's not actually extremely powerful himself. He has only like 2 counties up here, I think. So we can release him pretty safely, and even if he's not particularly happy with me, he shouldn't cause us too many problems, and the opinion bonus with everyone else should be pretty useful. So we'll release him from prison. Yeah, +20. So that is pretty good. Another thing we can consider doing is to create a few titles, which will help in a couple of ways, primarily by giving us some more prestige, which directly helps vassal opinion, and also if we were to create, say, one of these kingdoms, we could create ourselves another vassal king who would automatically be very happy with us, like Gondwana, for example. He wouldn't end up being very powerful, but he would have his opinion improved. I think he's actually in some factions himself, but I'll wait to do that just to see what effect the +20 from releasing the other Maharaja has. So let's unpause here and see how that develops. Okay, got rid of our smaller faction at least, which is something. Ooh, and somebody else has just joined this one, putting it back up to 70. It's Rajputana here, I think, is the most powerful one, and is the major problem. Unfortunately, we've already bribed him and done pretty much anything else we can. Ooh, and he has actually just dropped out of that faction, which drops that one down to a pretty safe level, or comparatively anyway. The Lower Crown Authority faction is still fairly strong. He's the leader of that one. So we'll see if he drops out of that too. That would be pretty good. I find myself speaking and acting more and more like my guardian. So we can change our culture, but I think we'll just decline to do that for the moment. A Hindu yogi has appeared at your court seeking audience. He speaks of the many Hindu gods and how to reach for wisdom and power by honoring them, and follow the wisdom of the Mahabharata. So I think we'll just ask him to leave and keep our religion as it is. We did have another faction form, which is not particularly dangerous. Yeah, this is the Maharaja of Sindh causing trouble now, but of course, since he's very weak, it's not a big deal. I really wish this guy would get out of this other faction. I think the problem here is actually being exacerbated by the fact that our capital is way down here in the south. I'm not completely familiar with the exact mechanics for how likely characters are to join factions, but it is affected by their distance from your capital. So if our capital was more centrally located, some of these characters up in the north would be less likely to join factions. But we may just be out of danger now. Anyway, if you play with me, I'll let you play with my toys. So we become charitable. Let's see what our guardian has to say about that. He is actually charitable himself, so he should let us keep it. And I think that helps with vassal opinion too. Or maybe not. Only saint trait opinion, probably. Oh, well, he dropped out of the faction anyway, so we are down to only a 12% faction being the largest one, which means I think we're pretty much out of danger. So that is pretty good. So unfortunately we still can't take back our domain counties. Due to your court intrigue well beyond your present ability to comprehend, your current serving regent has been replaced with another. Okay, so he is becoming my new regent. Well, he likes me pretty nicely, so hopefully that's not going to be too bad. Ooh, we're over our vassal limit now, that's unfortunate. I guess we'll create a title to do something about that. Maybe this duchy down here that hasn't been created for the entire game yet would be a good one. In fact, I think this vassal is under the incorrect liege, so we can actually take this opportunity to get him out of there. He's under you, I think. If we look at our direct vassals map mode. Well, he's under this kingdom anyway, I don't know exactly. We'll give him the duchy title anyway. This will also give us some more prestige, which will help with vassal opinion a bit. This is the right one, yes. It's going to gain some other land as well. I guess we have a double or triple count. This one is under the Maldives, apparently, so there's a double count there. And you... Oh, this is owned directly by me? What is he getting in here? Probably one of the sub-vassals, I guess. We'll just do it anyway. It might be a bit messy, but that's fine, we'll deal with it. So this gets rid of another 3 or 4 vassals, and should get us comfortably under our vassal limit. We did lose a marshal and a spy master doing that. Okay. So we'll appoint new ones. He is very happy with me now, so that's good. And you can be spy master, and we'll send you off to Damascus, which seems to be in some turmoil around this area currently. Study technology, please. And what's going on over here anyway? Umayyads still looking good, Lombardy still looking pretty good, and Francia, of course. Nothing else too significant going on. Poland hasn't expanded much, I think, from its previous borders. Cumania is looking pretty good up here, though. One of our vassal Maharajas is having a revolt, and we have a new Lower Crown Authority faction. I guess the other one completely disappeared for a time there. So there is a war going on between Delhi and the Raja of Kuru, and the subjugation of Delhi, wherever Kuru is. And a de jure war over Rothas, which he's apparently been called into as an ally. So, are you Kuru? Yeah, he is a vassal of mine indirectly, so I guess if he conquers that county, that's fine. It saves me the trouble of doing it. And somebody wants to put my uncle in charge, which is not going to be a problem for the moment. So we are 11 years old now. I do need to remember to change my guardian, since I'd like a better education than skilled tactician if at all possible. And okay, my half-sister became a dutiful cleric. And much as I would like to start making plans to conquer this kingdom, I can't actually grant a county in my domain to a claimant right now. I want the Prince of Sins to marry her. Okay. Maybe you'll like me better. Well, at least I can't grant one that I can then plot to revoke later, since both of the counties in our capital duchy are currently out on loan. Yeah, we're still going to resist being culture converted. Want to marry some random person to a courtier. No problem. I guess in the meantime we could just go to war for a single county against him. Just for something to do, basically. While we wait to come of age. And this one would probably be just fine. For the Raja of Jharkhand. It is de jure part of his duchy, so I think that will be a totally fine thing to do. And we should have a de jure claim on Jharkhand. There we go. Okay, we do have our retinue in the region already, so we can just use this, I think. Assuming he doesn't have thousands more troops hidden away somewhere. He has a couple of thousand more, but we should be fine with just the retinue. I'd like to avoid raising any vassal levies that I don't have to, because of the whole opinion problems we're having. Okay, we captured a count already. Let's just go and siege our target county. To 27% already. Apparently getting war score from somebody else's occupations. Here. Which is strange. But I won't complain. We don't need to conscript any merchant ships. And here come some more troops. Alright, so this faction is growing to a slightly worrying size. Have you been bribed already? You have. Okay. How about the Maharaja of Lanka? I think I bribed you. No, I didn't. Yeah, we can spare 120 gold for him, though that's not a huge opinion gain. And we'll make you Master of the Hunt as well. You wish to intercede on behalf of one of my prisoners. Why are you in prison? I have no idea, but I guess we'll do it. It might improve his opinion. Apparently not. Oh, maybe it was already there. Okay. No, that's the plus 20 from releasing the other Maharaja, isn't it? So he didn't get an opinion bonus from that. Or maybe it's just the same opinion bonus and they don't stack. Who knows? So he does have another army on the way over here, which we may wish to fight. We have a new Maharaja of Bengal. Okay, he's pretty pleased with me. And we won that siege, so we can divert our retinue for the moment to fight this army if we want to. Which I think we do. We're not actually going to catch it right here, but maybe we'll have more success in the next county over. Though, it looks like probably not. Yeah, maybe we'll just stay here and siege. Yeah, we're still going to resist the culture conversion, I think. You've stolen technology from Damascus, which is nice, and Sind has formed or reformed the Lower Crown Authority faction. But he shouldn't be able to cause us too much trouble. I think we won our siege there, so we'll let this other battle finish, and then if our enemy wins, we'll fight him again. I sneaked through the dungeons, hearing the prisoners pleading for their life, and the coarse laughter from the guards. A knife lay forgotten on the floor, and I brought it with me, only to realize in the daylight why it had felt so sticky. I don't think I've actually seen this event from the other side before. We'll see what our Guardian does about it. I think he'll probably take the making us kind, just, or charitable option, if I remember the options correctly. We are already just and charitable. But we could become kind, which would be fine. Oh, brave, I guess, was an option too, so that's fine. We were already brave, so it doesn't really make a difference. We are turning into a pretty good character. So I'm happy about that. Oh, you founded the Independence faction again. Your opinion has gone down a bit. So we may need to worry about him. Though unless anybody else joins, we shouldn't have a problem with it. You're headed to this county, so we'll go ahead and fight you there. Really should have moved to a different county and at least been sieging or something. Okay, and we should hopefully catch him here. Oh. Or we'll just go and help with this battle and probably get no actual war score from it. Get any credit from the siege either, so we may as well head to the next county over. We're getting ticking war score now, of course, for occupying our war goal, so that's good. Okay, you have usurped a title. No problem. Ooh, and we do have some other faction members here. So we may have to do something about you guys. You have been bribed already. Given an honorary title, apparently. Not sure if there's much we can do about you. You have also been bribed, and we don't have the titles available to give you. Really wish we could get rid of the large feudal tax, but unfortunately that's another thing we can't do until we are an adult. Oh, but apparently it's just solved itself, so that's good. I suppose just to be safe we should build more retinue up to our cap so that the relative strength of factions is proportionately reduced. I do want to keep some money around, so I'll use the cheapest option here and make skirmish retinues. Also don't want to go too low in case we do have to spend money on mercenaries, so we'll go down to about 1500, I suppose. Which doesn't quite bring us up to our cap, but it'll help at least. You created a Raj, alright, that's fine. I suppose you're allowed to. and my half-brother needs educating, so we can use him for opinion, which is the good news. We don't need to care about you because you're a revolt. You are the guy who is causing us the problems mostly, so you will educate my half-brother. He might become Hindu, but I don't care. Okay, and we should probably go and fight that army when we're done with this siege, but we'll have to deal with that in the next episode because we're out of time here, so thanks for watching, and join me again next time.